going to put on the handle now. Here's a handle. It's been sitting around for a week like the other pieces, so it's not the same consistency. I'm going to look at it against the spout to see how that looks, how much of the handle I need to put on. And I'll look at it from the other direction as well, just to make sure. It helps sometimes to work with a mirror across the room so that you can see the other side as well. So I'm happy with the way that looks from both angles. So I'm going to add on the handle now. So I'm going to open up, this was a tube handle that I made. I'm opening up the seam a little bit on both ends. Score really well. Build up a real nice slippy surface. You can also use slip when you build. I used to keep containers of slip in my studio, but then I started working with so many different kinds of clay that I ended up having to keep a lot of different slips, and just got to be a big mess. So now I just have developed this technique that I use, that I just make the slip right on the surface. Got a nice gooey surface built up. So same way I did with the flange for the lid, I'm going to put the handle on here and kind of size it up to where I want to put the handle and squeeze, and then when I take it off, it'll indicate from the slip marks right where I need to score. Construction going on. Sounds like. I don't know if my photographer has any questions. It's so quiet today. My students aren't in the classroom with me during the filming of this, so usually they have a lot of questions. But no one's here today. Okay, so build up the slip really well, scoring, adding water, scoring again. Nice and well joined. Press it on. Sometimes I'll go back in, like in a place like this, and stamp it with some kind of texture, because that one got a little bit flattened from the building process. So I'll go back in every once in a while and do that. But like the way it joined here and here, usually I would just leave that because it still has texture. So now we'll put on the spout. We're almost done with this. So the rule on the teapot is where the spout ends, that's your level of water in the teapot. So this one's going way above the water level for the teapot, but that's okay because it adds that flare of drama to the teapot. And with this high lid, I think the design needs a little bit higher spout, so we're going to keep that whole spout. But I usually make my spouts longer, and then it enables me to cut them off if I feel like I don't want to use all of it. After I finish putting on this spout today, I'll wrap up this teapot for a couple days, probably over the weekend because I won't be in this studio again until next week. So I'll just wrap it up over the weekend, and then I will bisque fire it. And I hope that in the next sessions that I will be having this filmed, glazing and the whole process. So on this one, what we have to do is mark, because we want to make a little hole in there for the spout. So I'm lightly marking the exterior measurement of the spout. Let me do that again. There's so much texture that I can't tell the texture from my lines. So from that line, what I want to do, I don't want to cut that entire part out. I want to come in about 1/4 of an inch from where that line is and cut out that spout area. I'm just cutting a hole in here. Turn to the camera so you can see what I'm doing. In the event that I really would want to pour from this teapot, I'm making it functional, quasi-functional. It would be a pretty heavy teapot to pick up, filled with water. But those kinds of teapot parties are always a fun experience. So maybe in a later video we'll film the teapot party that we have with this. So score that opening. This one is already very well scored. I'm just doing a little bit more. And then press the spout into place. From the inside, press outwards into that opening into the spout, so you're integrating the inside of that teapot with the inside of the spout. And then sometimes if I need to, I'll put a reinforcement coil either on the outside or on the inside. But because this one really overlapped pretty well and I scored so much, I don't think that's going to go anywhere. Okay, there we go. See how it looks. There we go. That's our finished teapot for this stage anyway.